Hi, I'm John Barnes and you're watching Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to Redmen TV. The Europa League draw for the scintillating round of 32 has been drawn. We were going to do it live. We got GMT and Central European time confused. So fuck it, we're doing it now. Chris,
what it is.
FC Augsburg.
Yes. Don't know too much about them.
Yeah. So much so that there was a little discussion in the room as to what country they were
said
from.
German.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. I'll be honest. By discussion, Aubrey went, I think they're French. And we went, no, it sounds German.
Yeah.
And then that was that.
They finished fifth in the Bundesliga last year. They didn't need to qualify for the Europa League. 3 points ahead, Klopp's Dortmund side.
Interesting.
Yeah, so 2 places above them in the league. I think from a Liverpool fan's perspective, it was one of the 3 teams that I wouldn't have minded, because if you've not heard massive amounts of them, you assume that they're shit.
Yeah, I think it's a weird one because we were talking about this prior to the draw last week, and we were looking at like Midtjylland, who the Mancs have got. Yeah. And we were saying, like, do you want them? Because they're the team that stands out. Do you want them or do you not want them? And historically, as Liverpool fans, you're thinking, oh, I don't really want, like, in typical football parlance, a shit team. I don't want one of the elite teams in Europe because we always seem to struggle against them. I kind of want a really top team so we can have a massive occasion and blah, blah, blah. And I said at the time, I'm loads more confident of us facing these lesser European lights because I feel we've got a manager better equipped to deal with them.
Yeah, and a German side is probably the best type of that. Yeah. And I said I'd rather have shit teams all the way through until the final. Yeah. You know, and then you can beat anyone in a one-off game, can't you? Yeah. So I think for me, it's a good draw, you know.
You did a little heel click there.
I did it by accident. So I just think that, look, Klopp knows them. He'll have played against, I think they were promoted to the Bundesliga in 2011 when Klopp won the league with Dortmund, didn't he? So he'll have played them about 8 times or something as Dortmund manager. That's good. Yes. That's what you want. And I also like the idea of him going back to Germany with his new side. Yeah. And I think they'll want to put on a bit of a show. Yeah,
bringing back some new fans with him.
Well, exactly. You know, it's a relevant point, Paul, because that's what we should be looking to expand our markets at all times. Every time we go on the football field, we should be thinking about where we can increase our fan base and stuff. And in Germany, if we go back there, and there'll be a little needle in Klopp. You know, he'll want German fans. They'll probably remember his last season in Dortmund, and he'll go, nah. Remember the 2 years that I won the league, and remember this Liverpool performance where I come into your backyard and dick you in the face. That's what he'll be thinking in German. He'll be thinking it mine. Absolutely. Whatever dick him in the face is in German. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a really...
What is dick him in the face in German? Let us know in the comments below if you'd be so kind. And then we'll probably make it into like a scarf or something for the game. I think that's right. I think that's, again, it plays into it. Because what I think is we were an exception in that group stage at any point. But we said this last week, we got through. Ultimately, we got through with a bare minimum of fuss once Klopp came in. And you know, getting the draw against Ruben Kazan at home would have been better if we'd managed to get 3 points there. But we got through. It was ultimately fine without having to perform at our very top level. And I hope that we're able to. And that's the beauty of playing a team like that. Because look, we don't want to be disrespectful to the opponents because they're in the same stage of the competition that we're in. They've every right to be there as much as we do. I hope that we're able to manage ourselves better against a team that we should be able to beat, rather than if you come up against a Valencia or an Olympiacos or whatever in those early stages, you've got no choice but to go out there and absolutely put give every ounce of effort, put all your best players, sacrifice probably the game on the Sunday that follows, hopefully, and hopefully it allows us to manage our squad a little bit better, because on our day, we should be better than a team like that. Just some facts via the medium of Wikipedia. I wanted to bring to people's attention. In fact, first and foremost, just in terms of the Europa League so far, so Augsburg finished second behind Bilbao in their group. They finished on 9 points behind 13-pointed Atletico.
Who else was in that group?
Partizan, I think it'd be, I don't know if that's Partizan Belgrade, FK Partizan anyway, and AZ Alkmaar, Dutch team as well. The last game they played in that group, they beat Partizan 3-1 to progress. So, sound because they finished above Partizan on goal difference. So I'm a little bit quite tight there progression.
What was
from
the
that
goal
group.
difference?
They had a +1 goal difference.
Yeah, that kind of goes into what I've sort of just looked into them and seen that last season when I said they finished above Dortmund, they had a goal difference of 0 over an entire year.
Wow.
Scored 43, conceded 43 in 34 games. Like, but you know, that's kind of what Liverpool are a bit like at the moment, aren't we? You know, what is our goal difference? 2, is it? One. You know, so they obviously don't score a lot and don't concede massive amounts either. So if you can look into that a little bit, I think you can glean something. It's going to probably be quite a tight and edgy affair. Yeah. I just like the fact that we're away from home first.
Yeah, no, I do. I think the key to European success, I think, is getting getting yourself in those positions. Obviously, qualifying from the group top so that it gets set up. But equally, I think the rules are that it's determined subsequently, so you know that how the draw can come out after that. But you always want to go away first, and so even if it doesn't go right, you've got those big European nights to look forward to in the second leg. So that's great. Just a couple of interesting things. I say interesting. They're 108 years old. Great. And they've got Alex Manninger as their goalkeeper. Now, anyone who remembers Alex Manninger as the red-cheeked Austrian boy who used to play in goal for Arsenal when they were good.
He's not a boy anymore,
Not a boy anymore. 38 years old. He's been around the block once or twice. He stands out to me most, and I'm sure this will come up loads as the game approaches. The game where I think it was Arsenal had won the title already, and we played them at Anfield. I think we beat them like 4-1 or 4-0. Michael Owen just ran riot, and Manningham was in goal for that game, and we absolutely annihilated them. So I'm sure that will come back up in due course. I'm hoping he's rubbish, and I'm hoping, as the only player I recognise from their squad, that is as good as it gets. Hopefully they're just one of those better than the sum of their parts kind of outfits. And
hopefully they're not.
Yeah, hopefully they're not. Hopefully they're the worst than the sum of their parts. That'll be even nicer. Yeah, that'll be great.
Well, Liverpool.
Let us know your thoughts then on the draw in the comments below. Good draw for Liverpool, bad draw. Would you rather seen a big team? Were you happy with a team that you didn't really know a great deal about? Looking to the rest of the draw though, I feel sorry. Well, I don't feel sorry. I'm deliriously happy that Spurs have drawn Fiorentina. That's really good because Fiorentina are quite a good side. They're second in Serie A at the moment. Yeah,
they're on fire, aren't they?
Yeah, so that's a tough one for them. Valencia, Rapid Vienna, whatever. Anderlecht. In fact, you know what? Let's just read through the whole draw. Valencia, Rapid Vienna, Fiorentina, Spurs, Dortmund, Porto.
Tasty that, by the way. Dortmund, Porto.
Yeah, Dortmund, Porto is a draw. Fenerbahce, Lokomotiv, Anderlecht, Olympiacos.
2 horrible places to go to.
Yeah. Midtjylland versus Manchester United.
Yeah, they're going out there.
You know what? I genuinely wouldn't surprise me if Man United went out in that game just because of the overconfidence. I think they'll come. They'll be like, well, we've come from the Champions League where we deserve to be. We're Man United, or we're Man United, as their fans actually talk. Anyway, Sparta Prague versus Krasnodar, Galatasaray versus Lazio, Sion versus Braga, Shakhtar versus Schalke. Funnily enough, who our opponent Augsburg beat Schalke at the weekend. Marseille, Athletic Bilbao, that's a big draw as well. Sevilla versus Molde. Sporting Lisbon versus Bayer Leverkusen, Villarreal versus Napoli, that's an interesting one as well. And Saint-Etienne versus Basel. Oh, Basel, please keep us away. Keep us away from Basel for the rest of this competition, please. So there you go. Let us know your thoughts on Liverpool. Let us know your thoughts on the draw. Check out the Final Word show. We just done that. That was a belter. Check out our discussion on Mignolet versus Bogdan as well. It's going to be up on the YouTube channel and on the website soon-ish as well. Give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon. Ta-da. But getting back to it then, the first goal for West Brom, I should say. Klopp's come out and defended Mignolet. He said, look, it's my fault. I've told him that I like a goalkeeper who comes out and tries to get on stuff. Me too. I prefer ones that do it.
That can actually do it, yeah.
And it comes a bit more naturally to them. So I'm interested to know people's thoughts. In fact, you know,